In this video, we will discuss how you can make your first $1 million in most realistic way possible. And no, I'm not going to BS you with same simple information that you get everywhere from the internet. This information is going to be very technical. So I want you to be attentive and also watch everything carefully. And in the end, I will give you a bonus tip as well. And before starting this video, I want you to subscribe this channel as well. So do subscribe and like, and let's dive into the video. So the number one thing that you need to make your first $1 million is actually traffic, right? And there are two types of traffic, organic and paid traffic. So when you're a beginner, you rely on organic traffic, which comes from different ways. Social media is one of them. If you have a personal brand and if you're posting content and you have some sort of followers, like 1,000, 2,000 followers, those people can be ideal customer as well, because they are following you and they're respecting you, they're liking your pictures, they are actually respecting your views about certain things, and in more simple words, they're trusting you. So it is very important you to understand that organic methods, even to this day, still work. But the problem is then you have to be an extrovert, right? Then you have to be out there and you have to speak about your product or service in front of people, and you need to have followers as well. Or in more simple words, that you can have that influencer type of drive in you. And of course, there's a great difference between influencer and entrepreneur, right? Entrepreneur is more into creating an amazing product rather than just running for followers. But the problem is, you still need traffic, right? So you can be a hybrid model as well, which means that you are an entrepreneur, but you're also an influencer, which means that you need to keep everything in balance and not sleep on traffic, right? It is very important, right? You can have one of the greatest product in the world, but without traffic, who is going to buy that? Right? So it's important. And this is what I suggest to all entrepreneurs, that do not sleep on traffic, right? You need followers. You need social media followers. You need to be present on YouTube, and you need to be actually everywhere. You know, all the hot social media platforms should be filled with your content. Now, I don't want you to be totally rely on traffic too much, because of course that there are influencers that have good traffic, but they can't make even 10 grand a month, right? So you need to keep in mind that targeted traffic matters, right? No, I don't want you to create entertaining content and get millions of followers as an entrepreneur. No, you should not do that. But you can create a valuable content related to your product and service and educate people, right? So that's how you can get a lot of attraction, credibility, and trust, right? So then your organic traffic becomes your targeted traffic, right? Because they trust you more and they like you more, and it is very easier. Then it will be very easier for you to convince them. And the second thing is paid methods, right? Which is, of course, a lot of business you rely on paid traffic as well, which is of course expensive. And of course, if you're looking to make $1 million, I'm assuming that you definitely have 10 grand and 20 grand a per month business, or even 30 grand per month business, and you want it to scale, right? So, and if you're a beginner, you can watch this video as well, right? There is no restrictions. I'm also explaining things that are valuable for beginner, and also I'm explaining things that are extremely valuable for people that are already in a business. So I just wanted to make sure that both type of audience actually take advantage of this video. So back to the topic. So organic and paid, there are two traffic methods. organic is that comes naturally to you. You create content and you get the followers. A lot of influencers, entrepreneurs, you rely on that. Of course, it's a slow process. It took time to get people trust and get massive followings to reach to that level where you can pitch the offer and they buy and you make a million. But of course, it's a slow process. But at the same time, it is very credible way to make money, right? Because on paid ads, you are new to people, right? And it is very difficult for them to trust you all of the sudden, right? But when it comes to the organic traffic, which comes directly to you from your followers, there's a great difference, right? Because these people actually trust you. So traffic mastery is important, right? If you want to make money online, even to this day, no matter if you have amazing AI product or service, no matter how good your e-commerce store is, to this day, traffic is still important. In fact, it's extremely important. But don't get me wrong, not the traffic that comes from memes, right? Millions of likes and viral videos, right? Not that traffic, targeted traffic. People interested in your product and service, like you, come to you, engage with your content, right? That traffic matters if you want to make $1 million. And the next one is you need to create free community, right? And you need to win trust of people, right? So you need to create some sort of free community. It could be a Facebook group, it could be a school group, right? Where you gather people, right? So you need to understand one thing. You need to capture the interest of people, plus you need to have them in your own control. So why free community? Because free community allow you to control people, right? In a single platform. Because if you see the organic and paid method that are not reliable, right? One change in algorithm can actually, take all of your followers, take all of your reach, right? And that's why I recommend that you should create a free community and you should have control over them, which means that when you have them on a single platform that is in your control, then their attention is actually under your control, right? So, or you cannot lose them easily, right? In fact, if you have a private community which is free and people are following you, instead of just gathering them on social media, then of course you can send them personalized messages, right? Related to your product or service, right? And nobody is actually controlling you. Even in email marketing, there's a limit. Even in Facebook DMs, there's a limit. Even if you want to engage someone with WhatsApp, right? These platforms always have limits. But when you have your own private free community where people can join you, you have the access to their phone numbers, you have the access to their chat box, and then it is more easier for you to reach to them and of course pitch them and close them, right? So creating free community, if you wanted to make $1 million, creating free community is extremely important, because a free community also give you a control over people, how you communicate with them, how you send them message. Nobody's actually controlling you, nobody's stopping you. And at the same time, free community also helps you to present your product or service in front of people and get the feedback and actually improve the product. Plus, a free community also enable you to show your product or service to people without any restrictions, plus without any paid ads, right? So it is one of the most amazing advantage about creating a free community, right? So no restrictions to send messages, no restrictions to advertise your product or service. And of course, you can talk to them anytime you want. You can pitch them anytime you want, right? So that is very important, especially if you want to, crack that $1 million code. And let me explain the math to you. Number one thing that you can do is that you can focus on traffic first, right? Create social media profiles if you're a beginner, and engage with people, and capture their interest and solve their problems, and give them the free trials as well, right? And also encourage them to join the free community. So let's say that you have 10,000 people on your social media platforms. You can encourage them to join your free community, right? From there, you can pitch them offer that is high ticket, right? Which should be around $2,000, right? Don't sell low ticket because it would be very hard for you to make $1 million with low ticket clients. Let's say I can give you a simple example. Let's say you're selling a $100 product. You need 10,000 people, right? 10,000 people to pay you $100 to make 1 million, right? It is impossible. There is no way that even if you have 1 million followers and 10,000 people pay you $100, it doesn't work like that. So especially in business, because you can see that there are a lot of influencers, millions of followers, millions of traffic, right? And how much money they actually make, right? Maximum they do like 50 to with cheap products, right? Maximum they do like 50K to 60, right? Or average earning of an influencer with $1 million follower is around $10,000. So you can do the math, how difficult it is. But what you want to make things easier for you. So when you have a community of 10,000 people, right, you can run paid ads as well to create a free community of 10,000 people, and show them how good your product or service is and win their trust, right? And then you pitch $2,000 offer, right? And you only need 500 people, right? That's why high ticket offers are game changing, especially when you want to make money fast, and of course you want to make a lot of money as well. It is actually a game changing thing. You only need 500 clients for $2,000 to make your first 1 million. Or in more simple words, you're only 500 peoples away to make your first $1 million. And what you just need to win their trust, right? The most crucial but the most important thing is trust. People trust you with their money, right? And you're a millionaire, right? Nothing more fancy that you can do to make $1 million. Just simple mathematical and technical work. That's all. 10,000 people in a free community, and you just need to close 500 of them for $2,000, right? And of course, don't get me wrong, you have to put a lot of energy and effort to close them, right? But of course, when they are coming from organic traffic methods, which means that if you already have followers, it is easier to convert them. But when they are coming to your free community with paid ads, then of course it will take time. So this is what you need. And the fourth most important part is, if you want to make $1 million, you need to focus on your first dream 500 clients, right? And you need to focus on one thing, that where they are and how you can get their attention, and how you can actually help them to get from point A to Z, and in exchange they can give you money, right? So you need to master those things, right? These 4 basic things to make $1 million. And don't get me wrong, these things are not easier to achieve, right? It's very difficult. It's a very difficult to sell 500 people $2,000 product or service right away, right? Nobody will trust you if your ad will be like, hey guys, this is my $2,000 offer, would you like to buy? People will not take interest in it. So you need to be patient, and you need to trust the process. Nothing will happen all of the sudden, right? And this is what you basically need, right? These four things. Number one, traffic coming from paid sources or organic sources, joining your free community. And when you have 10,000 people, I mean, of course, there is no universal rule that you only need 10,000 people in free community. Sometimes it could be 1,000 or 2,000 as well. But I'm a marketer, so I know that the conversion rate is not going to be that high. It could not be 70 or 80%, right? So even if the conversion rate is around 5%, that's great, but you need at least 10,000 people. 10,000 people joining your community with specific interest, right? And then you pitch them your high ticket offer or service and close around 500 and you make 1 million. And how you actually close them? First of all, like I said before, you need to give them trials. You need to give them free demo. You need to prove your credibility. Or in more simple words, if I use the words like, you need to make them fan of you. So that's how you can make your first $1 million, right? A lot of people have done it using the same strategy, right? And you can do the same. And of course, there are a lot of things that actually comes into play when it comes to detailing, right? So sometimes, let's say the traffic is not that great. Sometimes your followers are broke and they're not that great as well, right? So that's why you need to understand that quality traffic matters. Quality followers matters, right? So you need to target US, UK, and of course you need to target the business people, right? Not the people who like memes, right? So they're not ideal customer, plus they don't have a purchasing power. They are not going to buy your $2,000 offer, right? So you need to focus on that as well, right? So it doesn't matter if you have 5K followers, let them join the free community, and from there, pitch them your high ticket offer and give them free trials and send them message and close them. And if you can afford to have closing team, you can do the same. So now the question is how you can do it in less time, but at the same time in more practical and technical way, right? So we have a free community that you can join. Plus, we also have a paid community that you can join as well. So the link is in the description. Just click on it and you will be directed to the platform where you can submit the email, and my team will contact you. And from there, we will see what we can do to your business, right? So subscribe to this channel and also hit the like button as well. And I'll see you in the next video.